Alright. Starting the stream. Making sure it's running. Alright. Yo, what's up? I'm Eldritch Terror. Welcome back to my channel, where I like to talk about all things spooky, scary, and have a little bit of fun. Today we're going to be playing some Dead by Daylight and talking about Halloween Horror Nights. So let's get to it. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Been a little bit since I've been active on the channel, so looking for any way I can to get that wheel going again. Gonna go with the aura build today, I think. Although I have been having some really good luck with the undetectable nurse build. I'm doing good, also very much so looking forward to Halloween Horror Nights. Just can't come quick enough. I'm doing good. It has been a little while. I got a new job recently that's been taking up a lot of my time, but I'm trying to, now that I've gotten used to it a little bit, I'm trying to get back over here on the channel, find any way I can to make some content for you guys. Got a little bit of time to play some video games today, so figured I might as well stream them, right? Hopefully this queue time speeds up a little bit. It's taking a while. There we go. Maybe while I'm in between matches, I'll pull up the Horror Nights subreddit or the Discord or something, and we can check some of that stuff out together. That could be fun. Alright, what are we doing? I'm gonna try the quiet nurse build. It seems to be scary for people. It's been a preface, it's been a while since I played this game. I played a little bit last night, but yep, new job's been going good. I've been liking it. It's takes a lot of time. I've been in the gym a lot too, so get off work, go work out. By the time I get home, I'm very, very tired, and I've been going to bed lately. But I'm trying to find a nice, healthy balance with that, so I can get back on here and make some videos for you guys. I definitely miss content creation a lot. Hopefully the stream does well today. That'd be cool. We can definitely have some fun in here today. Do more than just play the video game. Been a bunch of movies that came out lately that I have not been able to talk about. Obsession was really good. Haven't gotten around to see Backrooms. I thought Scary Movie 6 was funny. Alright, let's run it. Alright. Saved my second blink, but he faked himself out, so that's cool. They make it too easy. They make it too easy. Alright, now let's see. Got somebody already running over here. They're going for the save? No. Okay, we got one on the hook, one occupied. That's good. Just need to save up our blinks. Or just get him real nice and easy like that. He's going around. Let's see if I can mind game him. Oh, yeah. Easy. They make it too easy. Ken just blew up. They just got him off hook. So I got one person failing skill checks and another person over here. Give him the protection hit. We got one gen down. I think that's like the only one they got with progress on it right now, too. Alright, well, since this guy wants to be fancy. What are you doing? Decisive strike, maybe? He wanted me to tunnel him. Nope. Nothing. Just gonna throw him right back on the hook. Any progress on this one? Yep. Someone's around here. Just missed. Let's see what's going on over. Right there. Ah. Where's he gone? You think you're nice. He tried, didn't he? Still undetectable. See you later. Oh, that might get me. Yep. That's okay. Can't play pallet with a nurse. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. Keeps trying to play pallet. That's not how this. Oh, flashlight. Ah, he blocked himself. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now where'd he go? Gotcha. Nope. Dead hard. Just escaped. Yeah, he's not getting out. You are mine, Ash. You are mine. Nice little warm-up game, though. Nice little warm-up game, though. Alright, let's see. Pull up Reddit. Go to the HHN Reddit. See if we can find anything fun to talk about here. I was thinking the cowboy alien dude, looks like a messed up Mr. X. Oh man, we're talking about Resident Evil again? Probably not. I see like 100 people talking about employment on here a day. That's always a thing. No, they're not doing that. Express Pass included in some premier hotels we use for HHN. It would be interesting if maybe they would try to do something like that, but I could see them maybe like trying to include this with like Portofino Bay or like Hard Rock Hotel, but man, they're probably never gonna do that. As expensive as those hotels are, I mean, I feel like, no, I was gonna say maybe like Scream Early on that, but it would get so packed out for the Scream Early. They gotta separate those things just so that they're not overblown, you know? Edit to clarify, we will be at the parks for regular park days, not doing HHN. Just wondering if HHN attendees come during the day too, or only show up in the evening. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that only go to HHN. Like, they come down, and if you've been there 100 times, maybe you've ridden everything that you want to ride, you're just trying to conserve your energy for the nighttime activities. Normally, I try to find like one day that I can go there, but there's a lot of people that'll be coming from out of town from HHN that have never even been to the parks, and they'll definitely be filling them out. Weekend before Labor Day, yeah. Mister, I know more than you. It will be packed to the brim. It has been spoken. Whenever I see Mr. Pinhead dropping information on there, you always know. You always know. Dr. Mario and Pac-Man. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. And wet. Yes, for some reason it always rains opening weekend of HHN. It's almost like they made a deal with the devil. They get to have this amazing event, but it will always have some kind of weird rainy day flaws. Alright, we'll get back to that. I think I'm going to try the undetectable build again. I know that's got to be fun for the people I'm playing against, at least. No Twitch streamers. Got a bunch of different builds on here. The aura build is really good. But for some reason, even with all that information, I feel like I'd do better just robbing the survivors of the information. And then got Hex build. Endgame build. Again, slow down. I don't really think I need slow down. We're gonna try to go for the pop-up build again. It's nice to play something that's fun for me and the survivors, you know? How we doing, chat? How you doing today? This fine Monday. Mondays are like my Sundays. The last day of the week before I get loaded up with work. Alright, who we got? Good hit. They blew a skill check. We'll slow it down even more. Where'd you go? There's two of them over here, so make sure they're not lingering. Locker? Locker check. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna blow this gen, Nancy. You keep on dancing, though. Taking you right to this hook. Right to the hook. Okay, now last I checked, there was somebody up here. Yep, still up here. There are two of them? Seems like the gang's all here. Oh, you don't want to go down there. That was bad. Where'd she go? Sitting by the pallet. Don't you know pallet games are not for nurses? You must be new here. I did see Obsession. I liked it a lot. I have not seen Backrooms, though. Obsession was pretty great, though. It was a very good movie. I'm getting my hits in. They're working on all three of these gens at the same time. Jesus. take a gen grab. I'll take a gen grab. Because of the cat. Well, the whole cat thing in Obsession was pretty wild, but it's not too crazy. You'd be alright. See, spooky, undetectable nurse is a lot of fun to play. They just don't know if I'm on their heels or not. Is it regressing? Oh, they're trying to... Oh, it is still regressing. Okay. There she is. Popped a gen. They got a lot of gens with progress on them, so... Yo, Nancy. I see you, Nancy. That was the undetectable. She didn't even know I was there. She didn't even know I was there. Okay, now somebody has to be coming for them, right? Yep. They're scared, man. They're scared. Alright, we're gonna go make these guys panic. We don't want them to start doing gens. Alright, one out of the game. That's one out of the game. Which horror ticket I'm getting this year? I'm getting regular park admission. Carrie. Carrie. Oh my god. My cat going crazy. I'm getting regular park admission for Horror Nights a couple of times. I usually get Express, but lately I haven't been getting Express because the Scream Early really does a lot. And it's so much money for Express. If I'm going for 3 days, I don't really feel like I need Express anymore. I've done RIP a few times. That was really cool, but it is also very expensive. Alright, let's see what Nancy was up to. Carrie. Carrie. You have to stop. I got her off hook. Hello, Nancy. I don't even think I've ever been down here before. I thought that was basement down there. Apparently not. Alright, let's put her on hook and let's break some gens. Love seeing some nurse gameplay. I love doing some nurse gameplay. She's the best. The best killer, obviously. I would love to go opening weekend, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not 100% sure when I'm going just yet. Normally it's like in October that I go. But I don't know. Me and the Scream Squad are trying to figure it out. What is she doing? Oh, you're so silly. You're so silly. You can't loop shack on a nurse. See, this is why the nurse is just the best. Survivors try to do all their little fun, silly games that they're used to just dominating killers with. And it just doesn't work on me. The nurse is the only killer that I feel like is stronger than the survivors. Oh, there's that. Alright. Gotta monitor these two right here. Oh, this is a really strong. There's no way she's getting out. There's just no way. Yeah. See, try doing that on any other killer, that's all I'm saying. Not happening. But wait. How do I drop her? What button is that? I just gotta let her out. I want to do the Mori, but I don't know how to drop her. What button is it? I don't know. I have to look it up. She thinks I'm letting her out. No. No. I was Moriing you. I was not even trying to BM. September and October. That's awesome. If I lived close enough, man, I'd be there every weekend. Just believe. If I lived close enough. Alright, I gotta look up, what button it is to drop a survivor, because they definitely think I just BM'd them, and I did not mean to do that. Controls, killer. R. I could have sworn I pressed that. Maybe I need to hold it. I don't know. Alright, back to the Horror Nights Reddit. Let's see what else we got here. Carousel collectible issues. Decided to start our HHN 35 collection and purchased the Carousel with Jack, Oddfellow, and Sinners pieces. While putting it together, we had issues with the pieces not really fitting together. Just overall, the quality is kind of rough. Ugh. Man, I hate seeing them always constantly like declining with the merchandise, man. T-shirts are thin and more expensive. The whole Jason jersey thing last year was like really, really offensive. What is this? For Hollywood. Bread on X, John Murdy, answered and need help, any assistance. It's basically alphabet soup. Okay, Frank, here's your alphabet-themed hint. Not counting literal repeat houses, there are 4 letters that have only had 2 houses. First letter of the house after this year. Okay. Interesting, huh? N, O, Q, X, Y, and Z. Black Sabbath. The Jason Universe collab. Well, to be fair, everything that Jason Universe has done so far has been pretty underwhelming. I really enjoyed the house at Halloween Horror Nights. But it's weird because, like, in DBD and in other things, Jason Universe has access to, like, all this other source material from certain movies and stuff. They don't have all of the movies, but they have a decent amount of them, and we don't really see that being used in anything other than the Halloween Horror Nights house that we had. Like, they're trying to push this new Jason that they've created for one reason or another, and it's just kind of mid. Like, maybe we need them to make a whole movie with the new Jason Universe thing, and I know there's the Sweet Revenge or whatever, but like, that's not the Sweet Revenge thing doesn't really scratch the surface even. For T, so I assume it means the WWE Presents counts for W. He's not responding to somebody saying K is. I think that's right, but I think it's still missing. Ozzy Osbourne already debunked. No Ozzy this year. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Mr. Mudkip. I've been seeing some strong influence that we could be getting Ozzy this year. Or Unleashed looks cool. Any of you guys been there? What'd you think about it? Interesting. Alright. Alright. We'll get back to that. Let's see. After this one, we might switch to a different perk build. Might try out the aura reading one. Oh, I see you. Ripley. Nothing. He ran out over here. Dang, they almost had that whole gen done. That's crazy. Was that Tinker? No. They are moving these gens. That's a hit. Just gonna try Shack on Nurse. Doesn't really work like that. Thank you. These guys are focused on gens. You went to Horror Unleashed last year, had a great time? That's awesome. What are the haunted houses like at Horror Unleashed? Uh-oh. Ripley hasn't been healed yet. Yeah, she really thought. Ooh. They set me up. That's okay though. Oh, she's given up. She gave up. That's crazy. It's way too early to be giving up. Tinker on 2 gens? What the heck is happening? No progress on that one. I see you. I see you. Dang, she's running. She's running to the dead zone of the map. I'm not chasing that. Why can't I teleport through that wall? That's weird. There we go. These scratch marks are weird. Just missed. So here's the thing. She's gonna run out into the dead zone, but if I get her, then she has to pull her whole team over there too. So it's like, do I do this chase? She's so fast. Hard to see. Cosmetic like matches the map. Mm. They're so hard to see. Like, what the heck? It's so weird you can't teleport through that wall. What the hell? What the hell was that? That was weird. The pulse lines at Horror Unleashed. Yeah, that is cool. That's one of the reasons why I'd love to do the Premium Scream event. We almost did the Premium Scream event this year, but it sold out before we could make it happen. Personal space was more of a suggestion. That's cool. No, don't equip that. I like my charms. Wait, I don't even... It got rid of all the rest of my charms. Oh, no. I like... scarecrows. Did it keep them? Better of... Yeah, there we go. Alright, back to the Reddit. Fun. I think that this is something that people have been blowing out of proportion. I think you're gonna be able to line up for houses at 2. They might open them at like 4 or something like that. But like every other year, they open the lines up early, and then you get to go through the houses and stuff a little bit before actual park opens, but it's normally only like an hour or so. I don't think they're gonna have people going through haunted houses at 2 p.m. That sounds insane to me. Like, would you even want to go through a haunted house at 2 p.m.? Obviously, they do a really good job of keeping it dark in there, but like, are they gonna make the scare actors start scaring at 2 p.m.? Like, there's no way, right? This is just giving people extra time to line up for the houses. Because the Scream early passes, pretty much like everybody gets them these days, so gets you into the house early, but normally those lines can be pretty long. Will have access to the 2 p.m. houses. I seriously doubt that they're going to open houses at 2 p.m. There's no way. That's ridiculous. If they open them at 2 p.m. and there's 2 shifts of scare actors and they go in and out of the houses every couple of hours to keep people fresh, then we're implying that they're gonna be working the scare actors from like 12 to like what? Because it takes them time to get the makeup on and to shut the houses down and all that. They don't just get out of there as soon as the event closes. Like, this is ridiculous. There's no way. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, maybe the house will open at like 3 and 4. I think maybe like 4, because that would still be earlier, and you can just go get in line at 2. That would be horrible for the scare actors. They're not gonna do a backrooms maze for HHN. Everything that's gonna be at HHN has been nailed down for like a year now. Maybe next year, I don't know. I could see it happening. I'm not saying they wouldn't do it, I'm just saying it's definitely not happening this year. Not realistic that a long day and more money for Universal would be spending on scare actors. Yeah, like, that's insane. I don't think that people are, like, thinking about the logistics of this, you know? I don't even know if it's about spending money as much as it is, like, if it's legal to make somebody work for, like, 14 to 16 hours a day. Well, and it's scare actor work, too. It's not anything light. I just don't see that happening. Has there ever been an A24 house? I don't think so. It'd be cool. I mean, they got a lot of movies that'd be really cool for haunted houses. I don't know. Maybe like Hereditary would be cool. I don't know. Oh, we're in game. Ah. I see you. I said I was gonna do a different build, and then I didn't do a different build. What you doing? What you doing? Oh, I see somebody out there. They just dead hard for no reason. Where'd you go? What's she doing? Yeah, I genuinely think we're gonna get Hellraiser at HHN. I genuinely do think that that's happening. I really think we're getting Hellraiser. Tinker? What were you doing? They're both running injured to go get that other person right now. What was that? I don't know what that sound effect means. Still regressing. Still regressing. Was that shoulder the burden perk or something? Oh, someone DC'd. Dang, that's crazy. Decisive strike. Does she also have decisive strike? That'd be funny, wouldn't it? What are they doing? I think that these guys think that they're better than they actually are. And that they're like, they have a game plan here, it's just not really working out for them right now. Uh-oh. Chatted with Doug Bradley this past week and asked him about HHN. That's super cool. That's super cool. Were you at a con? Where'd you meet Doug Bradley? I know, I just jump scared the crap out of her. She's done. She wants out. That's funny. Or no, she was protection hit. Okay, okay. So if they are a surviving with friends team, then they've decided that the nuke person is gonna be the last one alive for one reason or another. They ate a hook state for somebody else. He gave up. They're letting the bot die on hook. They've decided that the bald girl will be the last alive. Let's see how this goes. Well, how patrollable are these? Oh. What? What are you doing? You just give up? Okay. Okay. Not at a con. He came on our podcast to chat about Hellraiser and the new revival. Okay. Is that on your channel? Or are you a part of a different channel? That's super cool. I would love to check that out. I'll pull it up right here, right now. What's up with that? Let's find out. Is it just your name? You. Flasher Radio. This one? Is this you?
What's up, guys? We have a legend in the building for you today.
Yeah, look at that. Makeup mistress. Okay. Playing Pinhead. Makeup and costume. Hey, if you guys are watching, go check this out. Shouts out to Makeup Mistress in the comments. That's very, very cool. State, Hellraiser. Look. Is this not it right here? DBD Confusion and other non-released Hellraiser games. That's super cool. For DBD Confusion. Alright, let's check this out. This is super cool. Yeah, that's super, super cool. Drop a like. Heck yeah. Not loading very well. There we go.
The game, but it'll also be going in new directions.
Very interesting. And when were you first approached and about this? Was it by Saber? Was it by Clive? And how did that all end up happening? Because, like I said, when we talked to Tim, I mean, he was thrilled is an understatement that you were going to be involved in this. And he spoke nothing but glowing words of working with you and having you involved, and you kind of your creative direction here and there. And how did this all come to be?
Well, it I assume we're talking. No, I know we're talking about the same game.
Sure.
It seems slightly odd because I was first approached uh, right right at the end of the pandemic. So yes,
Talking about Hellraiser Revival.
and
Should be a cool game.
signing off a full agreement. Then everything with the video game kind of went quiet, and I began to think, well, maybe
So this isn't
it's gone away
the
again.
full interview. This is just bits and pieces.
Before I actually did, it'd be pretty much exactly 30 years ago. I did a day's filming in full. That day's filming, I think that was the aforementioned Larry Cuppin. I would say, I guess, either
He doesn't do the voice in
Obviously,
Dead by.
it's not out
He doesn't do the voice in Dead by Daylight, does he?
yet, and we're not trying to step on toes or reveal anything like that. But just from you being such a cornerstone of the franchise, and
Well, that's super interesting. Thanks for sharing that. We'll have to come back to that on Thursday when the full thing's out, and we can talk about the HHN portion of that. But that's super cool. Really cool that you're part of a podcast. I got to talk to Doug Bradley. That's crazy. Oh my god. That's funny. It's just this. This is the facade, right? Harry versus Jack. You know, I started working on a Hollywood Harry video a while ago, and I need to finish it, but his lore, and I guess a lot of the Hollywood character lore, isn't as in depth as like Jack the Clown and Oddfellow. I was able to get a lot out of that one. Oh man, I would love this. How do you guys feel about the Orlando tribute store where it was last year? I didn't love it. I didn't love it. Looking forward to the Halloween game? Yeah, that's gonna be probably pretty cool. I'll stream that when it comes out for sure. Hated it. Did not. You didn't enjoy the new location for the tribute store. I mean, it just was. It didn't feel as fleshed out as the ones that we've had in that other location in New York. Like, it was cool, I guess. It worked, but it felt a lot smaller. It also didn't help that the merch wasn't super great last year. Yeah, they're not doing an Obsession House. This is an original that I'm very interested in. A lot of people say it could be Carrie Zoo, which I guess kind of makes sense, but it looks like monster animal hybrid people taking over and killing people, which would definitely work for the zoo format, but people were saying that it might be too close to something that they do in what's it called? Another park that's escaping me at the moment. And I just don't see Universal like ripping things off as a one-to-one. I haven't had a chance to make a video about this new spec map just yet. Temu tribute store from last year was pretty bad. I feel it felt like a store and not immersed like it usually does. Yeah. Props to the team who worked on it with what they had. I agree with all of that. I definitely agree with all that. I haven't had a chance to make a video about this yet because I've been working so much lately, but man, it doesn't seem to be too different than the other ones that I've already covered. Seems like we've just been right about some things, and the more that it goes, the more that, you know, stuff is just starting to make sense. Clown Scare Zone, Entry Port, 35th Anniversary, Jack and Oddfellow, Evil Dead Burn, Stranger Things 5, Carrie Zoo, Ozzy House, maybe Heavy Metal Hell 3D. I don't see that Lady Gaga icon on here anymore, so we probably got rid of that. HR Blood and Guts, New Show. These things, they look like shot glasses. They could be vaults. They could also be Jack in the Box blocks. Lagoon Show, Pinhead. We were right about Sinners. Gosh, what was it called? The Botched Surgery Scare Zone. Yeah, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. Ooh, I forgot to change my perks again, but this is a good map for the nurse. Don't see anything so far. Looking forward to Sinners. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good too. Huh? Whoa, didn't mean to do that. Almost. What the heck is going on? Yeah, let's make sure this one's still regressing. Nope. That almost worked. There we go. Tinkerer just went off. Man, they're rushing these gens. I have to start making their plan collapse big time because they are rushing these margins. There she is. Now this is a death. He's over there. Someone's got to be coming for him. I'm undetectable. Whoa. Worked. There we go. They're breaking down a little bit. Tinker. It's not Steve. Ooh. It's actually really good for me. Now I can kill Steve. I know she's on hook and that this gen's regressing. That he's downstairs somewhere and has to go find her on hook. Well, that gen burns down. So they kind of just played themselves for real. Hope the fuel girls will still be a part of it. I think that they could make it happen. There was some weird stuff that went down with the Nightmare Fuel last year. Let's see if she got Decisive Strike. Nope. Interesting. He chose to die on hook. They gotta be surviving with friends. Oh, you're screwed. Alright. Now, these doors are super patrollable. Wow. That was just unlucky for you, guy. Cool. Alright. Look forward to Sinners. It's gonna be a good house, I hope. I think it'll be good. I'm excited for a new stage show. I like Nightmare Fuel, but would love something different. Hope the Fuel Girls will still be a part of it, though. That would be cool. Yeah, so we've had Nightmare Fuel for what, like 5 years in a row now? It's great. I mean, there are a lot of people that will argue that they don't like it or whatever. But come on, it just gets more popular every year. Like it was to the point last year where if you wanted to go see it, you had to go get in line like 30 minutes before the show started in order to get in to see the show. But like I mean, that's a statement in itself how popular it is. It's keeping people out of the haunted house lines because they're in line to go see a show. That's crazy. But there was something weird that was happening with, I don't exactly remember what it was. Don't quote me on it. I think it had something to do with like bootleg merchandise or something crazy like that. They had to remove a few of the cast members from the Nightmare Fuel show. I don't think it was any of the Fuel Girls, because the Fuel Girls are like the ones that mess with the fire. And then there's the Nightmare Queen girl that like puts the whole thing together. And then there's the backup dancers. So I'm not sure which group it was that like was messing it up. But I could see them doing a new show that's like more like Jack's old show, which would be very cool. But then maybe that show also had dancers and stuff, so they could incorporate the things that they've been doing with Nightmare Fuel into that without it just being like entirely based around what they've been doing lately. It could be like a totally new show that maybe houses some of the aspects of the old one. Yeah, they had to. I don't again, I don't know who it was exactly, so I don't want to like misspeak here, but that's what I heard was that somebody did something they weren't supposed to and they got like removed from the show. But yeah. People are thinking that the banana is the Fortnite scare zone. And the clock on fire, I'm not 100% sure about. A lot of these are shared. This could be the Lady Gaga. Murder of Crows. We already talked about these. Machete is interesting. Terrifier Tram. Alright, well, let's check out the comments, huh? Invasion of the Lightning Gulch would be very cool. BuzzCon makeup convention. Right, but what was the scare zone? It's like right on the top of my head. And I can't exactly what it's called. I talked about it in my last video too. Absolutely not. That's funny though. Hulk. That's an interesting thought. Orlando getting Evil Dead Rise, but not Hollywood, even though Hollywood, or other way around. Orlando getting Burn, Hollywood got Rise. I don't know why they would separate them like that, but if that's what they're speculating. I think it's pretty guaranteed that Stranger Things is getting a house this year. It's been on every single spec map. They've done all the other ones. They're gonna finish the series. It would make so much less sense for them to try to do it next year rather than this year. Like, the further that they move away from the season that happened, the less interested the general public are going to be. So they're going to want to do that as soon as possible. I would be very surprised if they didn't do Stranger Things 5 this year. Yeah, I'm not exactly interested in anything that Hollowed Out Horror puts out, if I'm being honest with you. Horror Night Nightmares have consistently been on the right track for years and years. I don't see this happening. I don't think that they're going to purchase the license for Killer Clowns for Outer Space and Terrifier just to use them as side characters in a scare zone. I know that fans would love to see it, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Not a lot of people talking about what this clock could be, but that interests me. It's gonna be an original, that's all we know. Yeah, I mean, if this isn't Stranger Things, what is it? It's the clock from Stranger Things, and it's pointed at... Okay. If you look at the face of a clock... Oh my goodness. If you look at the face of a... Jeez, I'm not trying to sell things. Okay. Here, look at this. See this? 5. See this? See where this... See the direction that these clocks are pointed? It's on the 5. They're tipped upside down, pointing to 5 o'clock. It could not be more apparent to me that this is supposed to be Stranger Things 5. No, I'm not. Hey, look, I'm not saying you don't make sense, and I'm not saying anything. Like, Stranger Things Season 5 was not popular. A lot of people really didn't like it. I thought it was alright. I mean, it bothered the Stranger Things fans so badly that they came up with the idea that there was going to be a secret episode that never ended up coming out. Like, it's very like that. People did not like that. It's not. I'm not criticizing anybody's opinions on that, but that's definitely what that is. They just got to wrap it up. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be the biggest house at the event. I think that it's going to take a serious drop in popularity from the other Stranger Things houses that we've had in the past, for sure, by far. But, you know, I think that the biggest houses at the event are going to be Sinners. You know, the Oscar-winning horror movie that was in theaters for like 8 months after it came out. And probably Hellraiser, which is like the legendary horror icon house that we're going to have this year. And then, speaking of icon houses, it's the 35th anniversary. The main reason why a lot of people are excited for this event is because it's an anniversary year, and we're going to have a bunch of anniversary stuff. So I'm sure that all the Cary, Ohio stuff will do really good. The HR Blood and Guts is going to be awesome. The Jack and Oddfellow house is going to be amazing. It's being made by Dylan Coleth. He knocks every house he does out of the park. I think that the Stranger Things one's going to fall in line and be similar to how, you know, most of the other ones are. Won't be something absolutely outstanding or anything like that. Yeah, fans went wild with their... I'm also very excited for HR Blood and Guts. Fans went wild with their expectations because it took them like 3 or 4 years to put the season out. I think that that's where they got themselves. Like, they spent so much time coming up with all that it let fans just make their wild guesses of what could be coming, and it didn't meet up to expectations for a lot of people. That's just what happens when you wait 5 years in between seasons and it's a show with as much momentum as Stranger Things. I don't know. I don't think it was 5 years. I'm exaggerating, but it was way too long. If they had waited like a year, maybe even just 2 years, probably wouldn't have been nearly as bad as it was. But people wanted that to be like the greatest ending to a TV show of all time ever. And I mean, even look at how The Boys was recently. Like, when you give people that much time to come up with fan theories, they're going to be disappointed because their wild expectations are going to be set so much higher than anything that they can actually come out with. Yeah, it really did feel like it was that long. But, hey, it is what it is, right? I'm gonna leave this up here while I go use the bathroom and grab a drink. While I have this up and I'm gone, I would like you guys to speculate on what this little clock with the fire coming out of the top of it could be, because this is Stranger Things. I don't know what this is. This is a scare zone. It's probably an original. So let me know what you think it's going to be. And I don't think it has anything to do with what Hollowed Out Horror was saying. I'll be right back. It's not going to take me 5 years like Stranger Things. I promise you that. All right. Fox Scare Zone is going to be related to the caretaker? That would be super cool. That would be super cool. Alright, queuing up. Let's hop on over to the horror subreddit. What's that? A Hereditary prequel? Interesting. Never feels like the right time. It's a prequel, not a sequel, so I don't know where this goes. Goodness. Interesting. Obsession. Dude, Obsession was huge, man. I see that Backrooms is kind of trying to ride the coattails there, but it is not doing what Obsession did. Obsession was just undeniably incredible. Change your build. Oh my god. Thank you. Oh my god. I almost did it again. Alright. I could go Gen slowdown, which would probably give me more consistent 4Ks. But like, I don't think I need to do that. You didn't like Obsession? You might be the first person I've ever heard say that. I know somebody said something about the cat stuff earlier. But Obsession was just so good. There was not a lot of jump scares. For me, it was like the acting, not just the girl, but the guy too. They killed the acting and the music was so good. It was so atmospheric. I thought that it was so scary. I thought that movie was so scary. I think I'm gonna go for the aura reading. And if it doesn't work out the way I want it to, then maybe I'll try out the ultimate hex build. Because that's a lot of fun. You just load up with hexes and it's like you just kind of see what happens. It's like a party game. You're gonna get some effects from all of them. And as they break them, you just light them up and do this. You're not gonna get all of them lit up at the same time, but it's a fun build. We're gonna go with aura reading for right now. And we'll give him a little bit of cakes. Alright. What issues did you have with the story? I would love to debate a little bit back and forth on this. And I don't mean that in a condescending way. I mean, I think it would be fun. New horror movies releasing in June. That's crazy looking. We got It's a Bloody Disgusting article. Scary movie. Disclosure Day. Is Disclosure Day a horror movie? Kind of looks like a sci-fi, like psychological thriller kind of deal. Find Your Friends. All girls trip into the desert descends into violence. Intense thriller. Amber and her 4 best friends flees Los Angeles for a girls' trip in Joshua Tree, only to find themselves unwelcome in a desert town, simmering with quiet hostility. Isolation sets in and encounters with aggressive locals. That might be fun. The heck is this? Mexico's first stop-motion animation feature film. That's cool. Proteges of Guillermo del Toro. Okay. Kraken. That must be what that picture at the top is from. Kraken. That looks ridiculous. Leviticus. Neon. Alright, anytime I see neon. Oh yeah, I've seen the trailer for this one. What the heck? Hungry. Unofficial adaptation of Hungry Hungry Hippos. Okay. That looks ridiculous. Strong. My birthday's in January. It jumped right into the obsession part way too fast for me. Okay. Yeah, sure. What's your nurse build? I'll try it for a game. I'll totally try it for a game. Oh, Hokum was good too. I liked it. I thought that was fun. Agitation, awakened awareness, mad grit, and iron grasp. Okay, next game I'll try that. Ignoring passenger. Yeah, I also kind of ignored passenger. I shouldn't have. I tell you guys, I wish that this whole month I'd been on my toes making reviews and stuff for you guys for every horror movie that comes out like I normally do. But just had to get used to my new job is all. Alright, check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna go for a gen grab. I'm gonna go for a gen grab. Going for the gen grab. Didn't get it. They scatter. They scatter. Where are you? Oh. If I had my second blink, he'd be dead. This isn't going well. What? I was looking at the wall. How did that even happen? Doesn't make too much sense. I'd say I'm mostly looking forward to the anniversary stuff this year. And the possibility of Hellraiser, of course. Yeah, this one's gonna be a loss. That's okay. We'll get him next time. Instantly healed. Let's see if she's got decisive strike. What the fuck? Not giving him the burn. Not giving him the burn. Alright, let's try out your build. What is it? Where do you get agitation from? I don't think I have that. I have awakened awareness. Mad grit. Rapper. Yeah, I don't have his perks. I used to have a lot of these characters through like Steam Share stuff, and then when they fixed that back in the day, it got rid of them. Like, look, I had him prestiged out, and I don't even have him unlocked anymore. What sense does that make? Hmm. Oh, your whole build is about hitting people while carrying people? I feel like I don't run into that a whole lot. Let's do, try this one again. Since I don't have agitate. Oh, I see what you mean. The troll build. That's fun. Oh, man. Try out my aura. Because that last one was a little too quick. A little too quick. Overlord. Overlord was good. It was fun. Tired of Dead by Daylight clones. Are all asymmetric horror games Dead by Daylight clones? I don't know if that's true. Halloween looks like it's going to be more of a Friday the 13th clone, which is okay because that game no longer is in service. And it might be being made by the same people. What was it? Gun Media? Making this. It is being made by the same people. So that's why. Games is good. Yeah, they are. And it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre too. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was good, but it didn't have the variety that Friday the 13th had. Friday the 13th was so good. And if they make the Halloween game just a clone of the Friday the 13th game, like one for one, they have all the different cosmetics and kills and the perk system and the way that you escaped and all that, it could be amazing. I think they tried too hard to make Texas Chainsaw Massacre balanced, I guess you could say. With like the 3 family members versus the 4 survivors. It was a little weird. It was fun, but they had like no replayability. Not the way that the Friday the 13th game had. I hope the Halloween game changes that. Yeah, the Hellraiser game's gonna be a story mode game. That should be very cool. Yeah, everything released on the Halloween game makes it look very similar to Friday the 13th. I agree. And I think that that's a good thing. All right. Let's see if anybody ran back to this one already. Yep. Close. Ah, I screwed that up on myself. That's okay, I'm still gonna break it though. We keep doubling back, so I need to stop doubling back. There we go. Hmm. I think that I don't think Dead by Daylight would have ever gotten as popular as it was if the Friday the 13th lawsuit hadn't happened, honestly. I'm gonna need my double blinks for this one. If I had that agitator mad grip build on right there, I could have gotten that other one down, but probably wouldn't have been able to ogre. We'll go back to the scary nurse. We'll go back to scary nurse. Curry Barker's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's an A24 movie. A24 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's interesting. Grounded, brutal, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Interesting. Wants people to genuinely care about the people trapped into Nightmare alongside Leatherface and the Sawyer family. The emotional connection matters because if they do die brutal, will actually be sad that they died. Do you think that that's possible? Yeah, Netflix Texas Chainsaw Massacre was terrible. Do you think it's possible for them to get us to be sad that the characters died? I mean, it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Of course, we're going to assume that all the survivors are going to get cut up with chainsaw, right? How are they going to get us to think that people aren't going to die so that we're surprised when they do die? And you could kill the final girl in the last act. That'd probably blow people's minds a little bit. But how do you exceed or dodge expectations on that one? I don't know. Does not want the film to feel like a routine intellectual property. Hopes the movie stands on its own with memorable building and character. I like to create worlds that have an iconicness to it. Oh god. What's the Halloween costume? This sounds a little pretentious there, I'm not gonna lie. %, unnecessary. I mean, they're gonna remake Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's just gonna happen. Right. Jeez. Alright, hot take. I think that Zach Krager is excessively overrated. Excessively overrated. People are losing their minds. What's a tinkerer? He DC'd. Ha 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 ha. What the heck were you doing? He just wants to die. Is this a Walking Dead map? Decisive strike. Nope. Just gave up. She found it. Can I not progress in this one any further without playing Survivor? Okay, I see. Weird place to put that. Alright. We go back to the... the alien thing. There's no way the alien Mr. X. That's crazy. Guide the rest of the group. Nice, but when we were entering a section in the terror train set, guide took a photo back of the plus his phone was pointing at us. Huh. That is weird. I think they thought they were being creeped on. That's weird. Yeah, I'm sure we'll start getting announcements for Horror Nights very soon. This thing interests me because the implication of there being 4 IPs Could help us narrow down a little bit in speculation. Alright, Laura Croft. What's this girl doing here directly behind me? What the heck? What was that? That was weird. Close. I usually just go to Orlando. I would love to go to Hollywood, but I don't quite have the monies for that, unfortunately. Art Terror Tramp should be really cool. I would love to go visit Hollywood. But I'm a East Coast guy, so I've never even been to California before. Yoink. Man, they're just letting him die on hook. That's crazy. They've decided that Laura Croft has to get out. Nope, never even been to California. Been all the way from New York to Texas, a little bit of the Midwest. Never been to California. Hmm. About 6 o'clock. Getting kind of hungry. The Warner Brothers lot. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Cali isn't bad. It's finding a flight. LAX is a mess. Burbank Airport isn't too bad. I'll take your word for it. Normally I drive to Florida. I'm from Virginia, so it's a pretty big drive, but not too bad. A little cheaper than flying. I think I'm going to play maybe 2, maybe 3 more games. I'm gonna go make something to eat, because I'm getting hungry. And the games are getting harder the more I play. Gen Rush teams, they know what it takes to beat the nurse. Do I need to put on some counters for that? Sure, let's try that. Try a slow down nurse. I don't know though, cause like, that's no fun, you know? I feel like the oblivious, undetectable nurse build is like actually scary to play. People must be. It must be more fun, you know? For the survivor. I'm thinking about the survivor. I don't know. What do you guys think? Attend HHN no matter what, or wait for house announcements? For me, I don't really care. The originals themselves could sell me. And just the way that they put on the whole event and everything, it's just something magical. Bad IPs aren't going to scare me away from the event. I know not everybody feels that way. Yeah, I put people on the hooks, and then their teammates are supposed to pull them off. If they don't, they get picked off by a big eldritch spider entity and taken off into the sky. Crazy looking. Yeah, I agree. This looks interesting for Horror Unleashed. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Oh, I'm looking right at him. Glad that guy didn't have a flashlight. That could have been rough. Seeds of Extinction was really good. Gotcha. with your little flashlight. What do you use that thing for? Oh, why didn't she go down? That's weird. And no scratch marks. What the heck? Weird. Huh. That was super strange. I'm locked in, chat. Weird. No scratch marks anywhere. Okay, well, I guess I just patrol gates now, huh? What? That's insane. I don't know how they pulled that off. Weird. Alright, guys, I think that does it for today. Thanks for tuning in with me. Hanging out for a little while, chatting in chat. Enjoying the stream. I'm gonna be making some more of my regular videos here soon. So, hopefully this will be a little return to form here. But, however your day has been going, whether it's been good or bad, I hope it gets better. Thanks for hanging with me today. Thanks for hanging out in chat, y'all.